I can't do it.
Okay.
We'll do it live.
Okay. No.
We'll do it live. Fuck it. Do it live. I'll write it and we'll do it live.
Right.
Fucking thing sucks.
In 5, 4, 3.
Anyone claiming that America's economy is in decline is peddling fiction.
I've abandoned free market principles to save the free market system.
But we have to pass the bill so that you can find out what is in it.
Raising the debt ceilings does not increase our debt. It does not somehow promote profligacy.
I know words. I have the best words. Nobody knows the system better than me, which is why I alone can fix it.
Fiction Johnny Profita. And back with me in some dark dungeon somewhere deep behind enemy lines is Justin Hillbilly Boy Campbell. What's happening over there?
Oh, not much. It was not that dark whenever I first came out here and started getting stuff set up and ready. And then like a big cloud just moved over the sun. And now this is what it looks like in here. Like, which also is very deliberate. I keep the garage is darker during the day than our house is at night. Like this is like sleeping in a cave. I love it.
It's great. Yeah, if you have a room that like doesn't have any windows that you can go take a nap in, there's nothing better. You lose track of all time. You're like, yeah, I'll lay down for 45 minutes. You're down for half the day.
Man, that happens to me all the time. Like my first day off work. So like tomorrow night will be my last night. So Thursday during the day will be my first like day off. And usually what I try to do is like stay up all day. That way I can sleep at night and have a somewhat normal schedule with my wife and kids and everything. It will never fail. I will come in here and sit down on the Roseanne couch over here and think, all right, I'm going to take like a 20-minute little power nap and wake up 4 hours later. And
yeah. Yeah, we've missed a show or two because that happens sometimes.
Yes, we have.
But I have some big news.
Oh, I'm not gonna jinx it. What's the news?
I think by this time tomorrow I'll have a jet ski. I actually believe it's gonna happen. The guy with the actual jet skis has confirmed that we are on for tomorrow.
Oh, well, that's
no more getting jerked around.
That's a step in the right direction.
Yeah. He still has to send me the location where we're supposed to be. One more hurdle to get over. One more hurdle. But he's actually very good at communicating, but he has no authority in this situation. So he keeps waiting for somebody to tell him what to do. And nobody was telling him what to do. So anyway, yeah, it was just like I have always said, it's impossible to do business with Mexicans in Mexico. It's virtually impossible. And the owners of these skis, I think they're either American or Canadian, but obviously you have to have Mexicans maintaining them for you while you're not here. And so it's just been like the level of incompetence. If I wasn't so desperate for a jet ski, like I would have told the fuck off. Like I've been doing this for a month now. A month ago, we had a deal. Anyway, so I'm pretty excited about that. You guys may never hear from me again.
Our big news here is we got a tankless water heater. Nice. That's
I remember
interesting.
we were talking about that.
Yeah, I wasn't really sure what to expect with it. It's pretty cool. But yeah, the guys came this morning and got it all installed. They were super nice. Because I had to take the dogs out of the room because one of our dogs thinks everybody is her new best friend. The other dog, he thinks everybody who's not family needs to die right now, and he goes for the kill shot. Like he tries to take the femoral artery every single time. It's insane how accurate he is. But anyway, don't have to ever worry about anybody breaking into the house. So I had to take the dogs to the room to keep them out of there. The dudes came in. They did all the shit. Like, I thought I was just gonna like take a little nap until they were done. And they set everything up. They cleaned everything up. They like got everything like fixed up in the house after they got done with it, and it's nice. It works nice. It's pretty cool. I wasn't really sure what to expect. It's bigger than I was expecting, but also not nearly as big as a water heater. So, like a tank.
Okay. Yeah. I just remember like the one that he was installing in Breaking Bad. That was like the first. I was like, oh, that's what they look like. But I don't know how accurate that was, and that was also probably fucking 20 years ago now or something. Jesus. Right on, dude. Yeah.
I have never seen Breaking Bad. I've been told that I would love it. I've never watched a single episode.
That's crazy. That is just fucking crazy that you've avoided it this long.
Yeah. I've even managed to avoid a lot of the spoilers and stuff. Like I don't know anything about the show at all. I have somehow managed to stay completely ignorant of all things Breaking Bad for forever.
That is interesting. I think you would like it. It's a very good show. Yeah, I would highly recommend. But yeah, I've managed to not see V for Vendetta.
It's an hour and a half movie. Come on, Johnny. It's not like I'm asking you to sit down for like 5 seasons or something.
That's true. I still haven't done it though. It's just gonna be a running joke on the show. For the longtime listeners that remember the Johnny the Jude days, he used to tell me every episode, he's like, dude, you gotta watch V for Vendetta.
I mean, I tell you every November you gotta watch it because that's a tradition for me and the kids. Is like we sit down and even my ex-wife still does this with the kids. Like they sit down, if she's got them on the 5th or if I've got them on the 5th, we sit down and we watch V for Vendetta. I had Stephanie freaked out one year because she was going to be getting home a little late from work. And I was like, I have something really important I have to ask you. Is it okay if I start V for Vendetta before you get home? And she was like, don't ever lead in with something like that and then ask me some dumb shit. I'm like, sorry, it was important to me.
Yeah, I don't know why I haven't watched it. I'm sure I would like it.
At this point, it's just out of spite, I think.
No, it never like pops up in my feed or anything to watch. You know, it's never like recommended. Also, when I do see, there's something that really off-putting about that mask that he has on, and like the cover of the movie. I don't know.
It's interesting because even though it's just a standard mask and it never changes, it almost conveys emotion in the different situations and stuff. I think it's.
Well, one of these days, maybe we'll have a Friday night happy hour watch party.
Hell yeah, we'll do a watch party for V for Vendetta and break you in right. Yeah, Magoo says he's never seen any of the Godfather or Rocky movies. I've seen the first of each, and that's it.
Wow, dude, that is just that's wild. You should definitely watch a couple of Rockies. Yeah, I don't know. The 5th one was pretty bad. What's the one with the Russian? Is that the 3rd one?
It's the 4th one.
That's the 4th one?
Yeah.
Okay. 3rd one's Mr. T.
I think that's right.
Oh, nice. Yeah. I mean, I haven't watched those in a long time, but yeah, when I was a kid, there was nothing better than fucking the Rocky exercise montages. Yeah, dude, there's a big push for Rambo was like popping up all over my Netflix yesterday. First Blood and what's the second one? It's like First Blood something. First Blood #2. Anyway, I was trying to find because we haven't talked about The View being canceled. I was threatening to cancel this show. We've had a string of entertainers just getting the axe. First Blood.
Jim, is Rambo 2 actually First Blood Part 3? Is that how that works?
Oh shit.
Yeah, The View is not getting canceled, unfortunately, but it's been getting kicked around a lot on the internet for some reason, and I think it's just because of the Stephen Colbert getting canceled. I think it's because of Colbert, and then there are other rumblings around network television of other stuff being canceled, and then The View goes on their annual like end of summer hiatus at the exact same time as all that happens. So then that just gets the rumor mills churning of, oh, The View's being canceled. Look, no, unfortunately, or I guess fortunately for us, they're not.
Yeah.
But
We'd be starving for material. It's already a slow news week without The View. I don't know what we would do. Well, Howard Stern got the fucking boot too, or it sounds like
that's right. Dude, did you see his fucking like how much they were paying him? No,
I was blown away by that. $100 million a year.
Yeah, it's fucking insane.
I haven't even thought about Howard Stern probably since COVID, because that was the last time like he was kind of in the news being a fucking complete fag on COVID.
Well,
and he interviewed Joe Biden.
Even before that, like
it was 20 years. Like, yeah, dude, we're talking like 1990s or whatever. Like he would do the radio show that was on TV. And it was on at like fucking 2:00 in the morning when I had like nothing better to do. I'd like stay up. I'd have that on. And like the last time I ever thought about Howard Stern.
When he first got the big like Sirius XM exclusive contract back in the like early 2010s or whatever, he was still decent, but he had been progressively getting more and more political and less funny, and like shock, and this like the shock jockey type stuff that he was doing was really like cringy dumb shit, instead of like just trying to embarrass people and shame people and stuff, like instead of being funny and entertaining. Has Howard Stern been relevant for 10 years, if not more?
I guess he was big on Sirius. I know he was like, was he like the first big guy to move over to Sirius XM when they first started their thing? But like, who the fuck has that anymore? I don't even remember. Like, even when that was like a thing, it wasn't like popular. I can't believe they've lasted as long as they have. Yes, we know Magoo would sell his fucking soul for a lot less than 100 million. I mean, dude, if somebody's throwing 100 million at you to endorse like a fucking political, like I probably would too. But he had already made a bunch of money before then. Like after you've already made a couple 100 million, would you endorse Hillary Clinton in masks after that? After you're already set for fucking generations? The answer would be no. And you don't have to push it in such a gay way. Like he was such a like he would have done it for free. He's like a hypochondriac pussy. It's crazy how big of a pussy he is. About getting sick. Like he literally didn't leave his house for like fucking 4 years. Just a colossal fucking puss. So what are you gonna do with all that money? Can't even take out your jet ski? I mean, come on. but yeah, dude, that was just I was like, Jesus Christ, dude, these contracts are fucking insane. Like, it's like they never shop around for anything. You know, you could get somebody just as good as Howard Stern, which is not saying much, for a lot less than 100 million. You get me for $1 million.
Shit, if I can do it,
come on.
If I can do it from the garage, I don't even need that.
But it's just like, dude, you know, it's like when you just had your phone plan for so long and you're like, I really should fucking look into a new phone plan or something. Maybe I could get one. I could save like $30 a month or something. And you just kind of never get around to it. I feel like that's how these companies are run. And it's just like, we don't want to have to find new talent or something. What's 100 million a year? 100 million a year for that fucking hack. Like, who's listening to him? It can't, like, it has to just be like fucking boomers at this point. There's no kids listening to Howard Stern anymore. He lost that demo. Like you said, he stopped being the kind of guy that made him who he was. And I get it. You know, you grow up, you're when you're like fucking 60 doing the same things you were doing when you were in your 20s is probably not gonna work out. But it's just like I just can't believe that these things don't come up for review more often. And it's like, yeah, no, we're not going to give you $100 million, dude. That's insane. So he had like, yeah, I don't know, he had like a $500 million contract or something. Like, dude, that's like fucking. Those are like insane professional athlete contracts. To just sit there and be a fucking jerk off on the radio.
I'm trying to find it. I'd seen a post earlier with his ratings, like what his viewership or listenership had dropped to just in the last, like, basically since COVID. And it was like fucking insane. Oh, okay, there it is. He's dropped from 20 million to 100,000, which, I mean, 100,000 is a lot, but when you were getting 20 million listeners and now you're getting 100,000, that's stopped being worth.
You basically went to zero for all intents and purposes. Like, nobody's listening to your show now. You lost 99.9% of your audience. So yeah, I think the market's telling you something. And God, dude, the fact that he was getting 100 million is it's sickening. I mean, there's no reason to listen to him. He doesn't have a good opinion on anything. He's not gonna. You know exactly what he's gonna say. He's not funny anymore. Like, Donald Trump just like broke that whole portion of society. So even if he was funny pre-Trump, post-Trump, he's no longer funny. He lost his sense of humor.
Right, all the like mainstream comedians suddenly stopped being funny. Like, as soon as Trump came on the scene, all they could do was turn into TDS. Like,
yeah, dude. I guess there was some fucking feud between the Opie and Anthony guy and Bill Burr. Dude, Bill Burr is such a fag now. It's unbelievable, man. And I used to love his comedy. I would have put him in like the top 3 fucking comics of like all time for me. Probably like 12 years ago. 10, 12 years ago. And then he turned into such a colossal fag. It's unbelievable. And I know he just did like a whole fucking stadium in Boston. I think he did like, he played like Fenway Park or something. I haven't seen the show yet. So like, he can still kind of have, like, he can still have a good joke, but it's gotten to the point where it's like, when like some of those like Robert De Niro and stuff, like, you can't enjoy his movies anymore because he's just such a fag in real life, and he won't, and like, you can't get past it. Like I watch his movies and I just see some fucking pussy, some just fucking colossal pussy that like is butthurt by Donald Trump. And the same kind of thing happened with Bill Burr. I think his wife just like stepped on his fucking balls, and she keeps him in like a mason jar under lock and key somewhere in the house. And so anyway, like, I guess he, like, the Opie and Anthony guy, which one was it? Shit, I'm drawing a blank on his name. But I guess like this is like a couple of years ago, I guess, like his fans started ripping on Bill Burr's wife, who is like, we've made fun of her before too. She's the worst and insanely unattractive now. Like, the wheels just completely came off of her. And she's just a bitch. She was the one flipping off Donald Trump. Remember, she fucking humiliated. Well, I don't even think she humiliated Bill Burr. I don't know. He should have been humiliated, and he should get his fucking wife under control. But she was flipping off Donald Trump when he was walking down the walkway at the UFC event like a year ago.
Oh yeah,
remember that? Yeah, she's that kind of person. And Bill Burr's the kind of person that just fucking bends over and gets pegged by his wife. And yeah, Anthony Cumia. Thank you, Magoo. I knew we kept you around here for some reason. You're not so retarded. You're the perfect level of retard for this show. Yeah, Anthony Cumia. So I guess like his fans started ripping on his wife, and then like they got into it, and then he started ripping on his wife. So they had like a big falling out, and then they were at like a club. They were at the comedy club somewhere in New York, one of those comedy clubs. And Cumia like goes over there to kind of talk. He's like, "Hey, dude, let's kind of bury the hatchet here." and Bill Burr has like his security guard like kick him out of the club or something. Won't even talk to him. Yeah, what? Yeah, dude. Oh wait, good authority. What does that say? Bill Burr's yeah, dude. He was a fag on COVID. He has gone. It's like such a fall from grace. It's very disappointing. But
well, Rosie O'Donnell, did you see her black out the system? Black out the system. Black out the system.
I didn't see. I saw like headlines about it, and I think I scrolled through that video, but I never actually turned on the volume. You know, Rosie O'Donnell is such a disgusting person. I can't even watch her videos. I'm like, I'll probably sue Rosie. Be fun to take some money out of her fat fucking pockets. It's one of the funniest things Donald Trump dude, the Donald Trump Rosie O'Donnell feud from like the 2000s was absolutely fucking hilarious.
Black out the system. Black out the system.
Yeah, dude, like they're just everybody's going fucking crazy. I don't understand. Like, also, of all the people in the country to be affected by politics, all these filthy fucking rich people, like, what's the government going to do to you that you're so concerned about? You've got fuck you money. You could buy any politician you really wanted to if you needed to. I don't understand why they get so upset over politics. It's like, dude, yeah, Robert De Niro, dude, you got a couple $100 fucking million in the bank. Like, who the fuck cares who the president is? It's like nothing they're gonna do is going to affect your life one iota, but you're just like obsessed with it. I won't even eat at that guy's restaurants. Nobu, it's supposed to be good. Won't frequent it. Robert De Niro's too big of a fucking faggot. I'm not gonna give him like $80 for 2 bites of fish.
Well, speaking of faggots, let's talk about the Minnesota Vikings. As a Packers fan and you as a Bears fan, if there's one thing we can both agree on, it's fuck the Vikings. But not this guy.
Oh, Jesus. So this is... Wow. Okay, so the listening audience, we're watching a pretty flamboyant guy. He's a Vikings cheerleader now.
Yeah, this is the newest Vikings cheerleader.
Do they have male cheerleaders like to toss the girls around and everything? Do they still do that?
I don't know. I don't think they do that at the professional sports level because that's not really cheerleading so much as it's, entertainment.
Yeah.
Like a couple fraternity brothers of mine were male cheerleaders, and those dudes have fucking guns on them and could just like pick these chicks up with one hand and throw them up in the air. And like that's a legit, like, male cheerleaders is a legit sport. I don't give a fuck what anybody says. The rest of cheerleading may not be, but what the dudes do, that definitely is.
Yeah. So this guy that we're looking at right now is one of the gayest guys I've seen in quite some time, and I live in Puerto Vallarta, Mexico. So yeah, dude, this should be fucking legal. We've got 28 fucking smoke shows and then one fag dancing around. Like, why? Why are you doing that? Oh my God. Yeah, nobody wants to see a guy dance around. Nobody. Not even gay dudes. The gay dudes are watching football for like the fucking athletes, right? Nobody wants to see like a fucking flamboyantly gay dude dance around. Straight guys certainly don't want to fucking see it. They're probably disgusted by it. Women don't want to see it. And gay dudes get plenty of that in their regular nightlife, right? So they don't even care about it. Just stick to the beautiful fucking women. Dude, yeah. Minnesota is just a complete fucking shit show, lost cause. The whole fucking state's being overrun by Ethiopians or some shit. And like now they're fucking putting gay dudes in with their cheerleaders. Like, dude, yeah, I guess. I mean, no love lost, I suppose, between the Bears and the Vikings. But man, oh yeah, the Bears do that. Do the Bears have a fucking male cheerleader?
12 teams will have male cheerleaders this year. The Minnesota Vikings, the Baltimore Ravens, the Los Angeles Rams, the New Orleans Saints, the Philadelphia Eagles, the San Francisco 49ers. No surprise there. The New England Patriots. I thought they were always gay. The Tennessee Titans, the Indianapolis Colts, the Kansas City Chiefs, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, and the Carolina Panthers. Carolina, as it turns out, half of their offensive line are also on the cheerleading squad, so they're just going whenever they are not on offense. That's
oh my god, that is absolutely pathetic.
I mean, look, the Bears quarterback might be queer as a $3 bill, but at least you don't have any gay male cheerleaders.
Yeah, and did they stop doing the logo thing for Pride Month?
I don't know.
Okay. I can't remember either. They might not have. I know, like, at least 2 years ago, they did have it. I think last year, maybe they got rid of it. Well, I guess we'll have to. Oh, yeah, Pride Month's already done. Yeah, dude. Why, like, aren't we past this? I mean, talk about misreading the room. We're just coming off the heels of the fucking Sydney Sweeney jeans commercial. Like, that didn't give you any fucking hints. That didn't tip you off that maybe the male cheerleader virtue signaling is not going to have the effect that you want. Although, dude, NFL fan, there's like, dude, people just won't boycott that league. Like, imagine still being a Bears fan after all this. People still pay. They'll pay fucking $800 to go watch those guys stink up the joint. It's unbelievable. They'll support them no matter what. So, yeah, I don't know. That is insane. Like, I just wish I could be in these meetings when somebody brings this up as an idea. There should be, like, they should have consultants that just fucking hop around from business to business to smack somebody upside the head when they come into a board meeting with that idea. Yeah, we need to hire a fag to dance around with. No, you're gone. Just smack them right upside the head. Get the fuck out of here. Like, nip this in the bud. No, it's not in the bud anymore. It's way past that. It's full fucking gay blossom.
Well, the NFL went through its more woke stretch, and ratings suffered. They took it on the chin several years, and then they dialed it back. Like, why are they ramping it back up?
This is like, maybe this is a dead cat bounce. You know, you get in the markets. It's like one last gasp of gayness. But man, I couldn't imagine being that far off base this day. It's like people that are still wearing their COVID masks. It's like, Jesus Christ, dude, that's so fucking 2020. Get with the program.
Yeah, everything got real gay from like 2020 up to 2023, and then shit started to turn back. Yeah.
And it's been fun to watch the pendulum swing back the other way. And that's why it's just so weird to see people not getting that memo. Just absolutely not, like, completely missing the mark on this. And I don't know. Whatever. Have fun, Vikings fans. Are the Vikings any good this year?
TBD.
Yeah. Saw the Bears tied. Congratulations on your fucking first preseason game. But
man, speaking of gayness in the NFL. Did you see what was the one game that some dude got hurt with like 14 minutes to go in the game, and they brought the ambulance out and took him off the field, and then they just stopped playing. Like, they hiked the ball and had a big group hug and sang Kumbaya and had a circle jerk at midfield and let the clock run out. Didn't bother to play anymore for the rest of the game because somebody got hurt. Like, what kind of gay fucking bullshit is this? Like, man, when I played football, if somebody got hurt and they brought the fucking ambulance out, you all, take a knee on the sideline, and as soon as the ambulance is gone, it's like, all right, let's fucking do this. Now I gotta go
fuck those guys up.
Now I gotta go put that guy in an ambulance and that guy in an ambulance and that guy in an ambulance.
Yeah, it's not a kumbaya circle jerk. Should they just get it over with and make it flag football?
At this point,
pussies. Yeah, I like, dude. After it's like, there's just no way to tackle the quarterback anymore without getting a fucking flag. You can't hit any fucking receiver going over the middle without getting a fucking flag. Anyway, yeah, the whole world's just gay.
Man, that was my favorite part about being a DB, was the defenseless receiver coming across the field looking for the ball. And also the scariest part of playing on as wide receiver on the offensive side, because I know somebody on the other side is looking to clean me up the same way I just did that guy on the last set of downs. Like,
you gotta hope your QB can fucking lead you into some safe territory to catch that ball.
Yeah.
Oh, shit. Yeah. Oh, man, what a great fucking sport, and they are just completely ruining it. Completely fucking ruining it.
Speaking of completely fucking ruined, Washington D.C. is for those who didn't realize, if you look at like every country's capital, the Washington D.C. has a homicide rate 3 times higher than the next highest national capital, and that the one in second place is Uruguay. It's like Washington D.C. is 3 times the highest, has 3 times the highest homicide rate. Like, there's literally a fucking app that you can like download a map of where carjackings have happened today. Like, this is like, it's like the shit map for San Francisco, but it's a carjackings map for Washington D.C. And yet, for some reason, the left is like screaming that this is fascism, that Trump is saying he's going to federalize the police or federalize Washington D.C. and take over, trying to get the crime under control. Although, I mean, this could be part of why they have such a crime problem. This is the Washington, D.C. police chief.
That's what the chain of command is now?
What does that mean?
Well, is it Pam Bondi speaking to the mayor? You
Do you know what the chain of command is now? What does that mean? And then some political talking head comes up and takes her place to comment on what the chain of command is now. Like, this is your police chief, just a fucking figurehead. Oh, here.
So the executive order is clear. The president has requested MPD services.
I wasn't that clear because what's-her-face didn't get the memo.
Outlines the process. The president designated Attorney General Bondi as his proxy to request services through me.
Dude, okay. Why do we have female police chiefs as well? Like, what the hell is going on?
Oh, and well, are we sure this first thing is female? I don't. This is
okay,
very androgynous.
Sure, she could be non-binary or whatever, but it's just like, dude, that's a guy's job. It would be like having. Actually, I watched Kindergarten Cop last night. It would be like having Arnold Schwarzenegger as a fucking kindergarten teacher.
You've never seen V for Vendetta, but you watched Kindergarten Cop last night. I see how it is.
Yes, I did. And it was just as funny as it was when I was a kid. I don't know the last time I saw it, like 30 fucking years ago. It's great.
Not a Kuma.
Yeah, it's just the whole fucking soundboard of prank calls for Arnold Schwarzenegger comes from that movie. Who is your daddy and what does he do? But like, we shouldn't have fucking males being kindergarten teachers, and we shouldn't have lesbians being police chiefs. What? Especially retarded ones that don't understand what chain of command is. I didn't even know it was possible to not know what that was. It's like, as long as you just understand what those words mean separately, you could put it together and kind of figure out what chain of command means. What does that mean? English, motherfucker. Do you speak it?
Well, like, how many of these big cities that have horrible crime problems have we seen over where they'll interview their chief of police and it's a black woman? Like,
yeah, or who was the other fucking lesbian chick from the where that brawl happened like a week or two ago? Wasn't she a police chief too?
Oh, Cincinnati. That was, I think, that was the mayor.
Oh, that was a mayor? Okay. I could have sworn there was another female in charge of the police. Like, that's a fucking guy. A guy that's like having a female general of your army. Like, what the fuck? Like, it's just no. Let's keep the fucking labor separated here. We don't need DEI for police chiefs. Like, I wouldn't trust the fucking male kindergarten teacher. I don't trust the fucking female police chief. Although I guess female police chief's not as fucking disturbing as a male kindergarten teacher.
Here's the...
There you go. She looks like she's in charge of everything. Gonna respect her authority?
No.
Like, don't we have any fucking like big burly men to fucking take over that job? Like,
well, the problem with
ugly, angry lesbian.
The problem the police have is they do IQ testing, and they don't want anybody too smart. So this is what you're left with.
Oh, dude, I watched. I caught a little bit, maybe 15 or 20 minutes of the Tim Pool was doing some live thing in DC, or it was like the cop. They had like a cop debate. It was like Michael Malice versus like some cop, dude. Malice was like ripping on this guy. It was pretty fucking great. Calling him like the biggest piece of shit ever. Speaking of DC and police. But yeah, so Donald Trump's had it with the crime rate over there. Wants to federalize it. Yeah, I mean, like, what do you expect them to do when you can't fucking you can't get your city under control? I don't know, like, especially if if you think Donald Trump is a fascist and you're afraid of his, him exerting this crazy amount of authority, wouldn't you would think that would put you on your best behavior so you don't give him an excuse to do the very thing that you're afraid he's going to do? I don't know. That's kind of the way my mind works. If I was like, oh, let me not give this guy the excuse that he's looking for to fucking take over DC. But then again, you have one of the highest crime rates in the fucking world. And it's supposed to be the capital. Like, you're supposed to be the face of America. And that's what you got. Not a great look. Not a great look. And so what would that entail? I don't even really know what that means. What does that mean? Chain of command. But federalizing DC, so like he just brings in the National Guard or something? Clean up the streets?
Cleaning up the streets, yes. I don't know about National Guard right away, but it would be more of a doing away with those who are currently in leadership having any authority.
So it's like appoint his own people.
Yeah, basically it's like, all right, we are going to start running this the way it should be run. And there has been a push for doing something similar in Indiana with Indianapolis, to have the governor take over the city and start actually enforcing law and working on cleaning up the city. So, basically Trump via Pam Bondi is going to start setting the precedent of this is how we're going to police things. And And because the police are effectively midwits or less, they'll just do whatever they're told. So
Yeah, they're just following orders. We all know that.
they're just going to follow orders. It doesn't matter what the orders are. They're just going to follow them. So
he gets to put somebody in there that's going to give them proper orders.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, do you remember the female fucking Secret Service agent? That went well. Like, get these fucking broads out of these male, like clearly male roles. No, stop it. It's as dumb as having fucking dudes playing fucking female sports, just in reverse.
Holy fuck. All right. I just found something on the speaking of like not putting these females in this role. Why would you even put somebody that's not qualified for the role in the role? The current police chief of Washington, D.C., Pamela Smith, is the former chief equity officer whose primary job was overseeing diversity programs. That's her, like, that's her background.
When you said equities, I was thinking stock market at first. I was like, she didn't look like she knew anything about finance. Oh, okay. Equity in terms of diversity, equity, and inclusion. Now it all makes sense. Like, dude, wouldn't you be, dude, if I was black, I'd be so fucking embarrassed to be a DEI person, to like work in that field. It's just like the most like tokenized profession ever. It's literally, they're giving you a job because you're black. And not like, I'm not saying like you're a DEI hire to be a police chief or something. Like, you're like in charge of the DEI program at a company. Like, that would just be embarrassing to me. Yeah, shocker. So she's a diversity, equity, and inclusion that's her expertise.
Yeah, she was the equity officer. She, like, not even a real police officer. Like, she worked for the police force as the, like, to oversee diversity, equity, and inclusion, and then somehow becomes fucking chief. Like, I feel like you should have actually been a real police officer to be chief.
Yeah, well, it seems to be, yeah, they're getting the result you'd expect. It's like, imagine being so bad at your job, the president's like, you know what, I gotta take over this. It's not like Donald Trump doesn't have enough on his plate. That's the way, like, he should frame it in a better way too. Because he'd be like, you think I want to have to deal with hiring a fucking police chief in DC? No, obviously I got to meet with Putin. I got to stop this war. I got to get, whatever he's working on. But no, now I got to take time out of my day because they hired a fucking retard to virtue signal. And now I got to clean it up. I don't want to be doing this. You should frame it that way instead of it'd be a lot harder for them to paint him as a fascist. If he just be like, yeah, no, I don't want to be doing this. This is the last thing I want on my fucking plate. I got plenty of stuff to worry about. Micromanaging the fucking police of DC. But yeah, I don't know. Anyway, well, he's been worried about inflation. Speaking of, we got the CPI numbers today. Woo, wild morning in those markets. Wild morning. I had 3 trades come back and stop me out at break even before I actually caught a nice move. Up and down, back and forth. I don't know if I'll bore them with the charts, but it did have it was one of those days where you could totally tell these things are just being fucking absolutely manipulated, like to the tick. But it came in, I think it was 2.7. Do you have that article? I think if you scroll down toward the bottom, I think it has the numbers that came in. I think it was 2.7 year over year versus 2.8 was the expectation. Month over month. Let me pull up the
headline CPI rose 0.2% month over month in July as expected, and plus 2.7% year over year, cooler than the 2.8 expected, and in line with the June print.
Yeah. So naturally, that means, we can cut rates now because we ticked down 0.1 year over year. And hey, how about we go to all-time highs? I mean, the markets they're closed now, but the futures is still open. Yeah, futures is still going. But yeah, up 300 points on the Nasdaq futures, hit all-time highs, took out the previous all-time high for, we're at 23,937. Whew. So the markets love that. I don't know if anybody believes these inflation numbers. Apparently these numbers are good. These aren't the rigged ones. It's just the bad jobs numbers that came out. But yeah, go ahead and is there anything in there you need to highlight for the listening audience?
Here, goods inflation is accelerating. For those who are watching, you can see the chart here where over the last year, this is for consumer goods, has gone up, while services has come down a bit and stabilized. The latest inflation reports continue to show no negative impact from tariffs, but core good prices were up 0.2% in July.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not sure I really understood the inflation from tariff. Like people just don't really understand, I guess, what inflation is. But yeah, having to pay.
Basically, what it is, they're arguing or making the case, less than arguing, that the inflation is the normal levels of inflation. It's not. Inflation has not increased because of the tariffs and stuff, and they also claim they're bringing in revenue from the tariffs. I don't know.
Yeah, because people are paying more. People got to pay the fucking tax. So yeah, they'll take in revenue, but yeah, I guess like if you factor in the cost of the good, then that would affect the CPI in theory. So maybe the CPI would be even lower if people weren't paying a fucking 30% tax on stuff coming over from whatever country. I don't even know what the rates are anymore. There's way too much back and forth with these tariffs. I don't know what they settled on, but yeah, I mean, I understand, like, yeah, it would affect the CPI calculation. But again, as we've highlighted many times on this show, that's not inflation is an expansion of the money supply and credit. So that is going up. And if they cut rates, that will go up even more, because the only way that they can affect those rates is by basically creating money out of thin air and buying treasuries with it. So yeah. And again, 2.7 is still well above their 2% target. So they shouldn't be cutting rates. I still think we'll get one next month in September, but that's just again, that's just kind of because they don't want to spook the markets. Which that would absolutely, if there are no rate cuts this year, the markets would freak out. So they'd rather take the hit from a rate cut and the subsequent inflation than have the markets go into a fucking downward spiral because the Fed's afraid to cut rates and what that says for the overall economy. So yeah. Anyway, if you're, I know Trump was railing about how the tariffs haven't caused inflation. I'm sure he wants too late Powell to cut rates now because of these numbers and ignore the bad jobs numbers and everything. But if you're looking to escape this rampant inflation and debasement of the dollar, it's that time of year. We've got a sponsor for the next couple of months. Dear friend of the show, you guys may remember Mikkel Thorpe. He's the host of the Expat Money Show, and I've had the pleasure of being on his show. I think we had him on as well. Did we have him on once or twice? At least once.
I know you've had him at least once. I think possibly twice.
Yeah, at least once or twice. Yeah, great guy. Really knows his stuff when it comes to taking control of your financial freedom and your liberty. And he will be putting on, this is he says it's the world's largest offshore event. It's back. They did it last year and it's free to attend. It's the Expat Money Summit. and it'll be from October 10th to the 12th. It's all online, so you just need to go to expatmoneysummit.com and register for free to get your spot. They do offer the VIP package, so if you wanted to pay for that, you get special access, and I think you get a couple extra talks to attend. Let's see. Should we check out the lineup? I don't know if they have the lineup up yet. Do they? Let's see. Oh yeah, they do. Ron Paul just had his 90th birthday. Did you check that out? They were live streaming it.
I saw some of the videos and clips and stuff. No, I didn't know.
Yeah. I just listened to I think Dave Smith did like the intro kind of speech thing, and I'll pull up the here we go. Let's do that. There we go. Got Ron Paul, Doug Casey, Mark Faber. Let's see who else. Oh, the great Tom Woods, Scott Horton. I don't know who Marissa Medina is. Certified expert career coach. Okay. Tom Luongo, know him. So yeah, a couple of the main guys, and then a couple new faces. I don't know Marcus Amon either. Pioneer real estate investor. So yeah, October 10th through the 12th. Register for free right here. Reserve your free ticket. I always check into this. It certainly affects me a lot. Kind of being an expat, I guess you could call me that. I'm a very disorganized one, though. I really have not followed through on a lot of this stuff in terms of changing my citizenship status or things like that. But oh man, there's going to be an epic rant on the Substack this week about going through some of the stuff with the banks and everything that I've been going through the last couple of weeks. And so if you are thinking of sort of reorganizing your life, even if you're not going to physically move out of the country, you should absolutely check this out, because they're going to be talking about how you can kind of protect your wealth and maybe secure second residencies or citizenships, or own property abroad if you're looking for some sort of investment to curb the debasement of your currency, the US dollar. This would be the place to go learn how to do that. McKelthorpe really knows his stuff. There's some great speakers there. They're focusing on Latin America this year. So Argentina, we all know what's been going on over there. We wish we had a Javier Milei over here. We don't. But so yeah, Argentina, El Salvador with the Bitcoin bros, they're going to be a topic of discussion. And then of course Panama and Paraguay are offering very simple residency programs. There is no plan B, is no longer optional, it's essential. So go to expatmoneysummit.com and reserve your free ticket. Go check them out. A free online event. Why would you not at least check it out? I think, like I said, after COVID, you kind of want to have as many options as you can when it comes to residencies and passports and properties abroad. They're getting big into real estate. I actually know a couple of people that work for Mikkel that's all they do now is secure like vacation rentals and things like that. Properties that you can cash flow in sort of up and coming countries. Not Uruguay, because their per capita murder rate is higher than DC apparently, but Paraguay is coming around apparently. But I'm very interested to see what's been going on in Argentina. So, and I'm sure that Mikkel's, has been following that like a fucking hawk. And if there is any smoke and mirrors shit going on with what Javier Milei's doing, I'm sure he'll be able to identify that. But man, what he's been able to do with just their inflation rate, and he actually turned a deficit into a surplus too, a real surplus from what I understand. Could you imagine if we ran a fucking surplus and not just with accounting gimmicks from the bullshit US government? Could you imagine, Justin, instead of being 1.5 trillion in the hole every year, we had a fucking $500 billion surplus? I'm sure the world would fall apart. if we didn't spend that extra 500 billion,
Anyway, they just send it to Israel or Ukraine, and then
right. Yeah, like I said, the world would fall apart. But yeah, that's going to be. I think that's. I don't know. That's a great topic for me. So personally, I'm pretty excited about that. But you guys should check it out as well. So go support the Expat Money Summit. Like Mikkel Thorpe, he's a dear friend of the show. And yeah, I like what he's doing. I think he really knows his stuff too. So that's that. What else we got today? We got a couple other. Anything else?
The only other real thing that we had was the EBT stuff, and that's good. That's good Friday fare. Honestly.
That is good Friday fare. That is great Friday fare,
and that gives me more. That gives me more time to put together some good videos and of people reacting to their EBT.
Yeah, this is right because Kennedy has restricted what you can buy now using the EBT cards. So the food stamps, you can't buy basically any junk food anymore, which is a lot of what these people are buying. And they just went into effect. So there's like a lot of hilarious videos of them just being like, no, that can't be right. I can't, you're telling me I can't buy like all this fucking soda and fucking Cheetos and shit. It's like, yeah, no, you can't. You can't. And yeah, I mean, why would you be able to buy a bunch of fucking junk food with it? People always complain that like healthy food's expensive, and it is, but like it doesn't, like there are certain things that you could buy that are pretty healthy and they don't cost a lot. At least they didn't used to. Where are the price of eggs these days? Are they back down? You don't know. You got your own chickens.
Well, yeah, I got a refrigerator full of duck eggs. I don't know.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, that's right. You switched to the duck eggs. How's that going? I heard that's much better.
I've sold some of them, and they got mixed reviews. We like them. They're a little bit thicker. They're a little bit bigger. The yolk is a little bit thicker.
Yeah, it's richer.
Yeah, they're richer. I think they're good. Yeah, some people. I think it's a taste thing. Like some people that I've sold some to didn't like them. Some did, or most of them did. It's one guy that I used to always sell chicken eggs to. His wife absolutely wants nothing to do with duck eggs. I was like, has she ever tried them? He's like, nope, and she doesn't want to. Sorry. I was like, well, what? All right. Man.
That's
It's not like I'm making any money off of these. I just.
What do you sell what would you sell a regular dozen eggs for?
I sell them for $3 a dozen.
Okay, yeah, that seems about right. That's kind of what I see them going for around here in the grocery stores too. Yeah, they're not super, like, dude, a couple dozen eggs, like a bag of fucking beans and like you can get decent food. I know like the legumes is kind of maybe the jury's out on how healthy that is for your gut bacteria or whatever, but like if it's between buying that and fucking Cheetos, it's like, yeah, get a sack of fucking beans, a sack of rice, sack of eggs.
Well, I know I've talked about it before, but like I go to the local grocery store and they have like meat sales every week. So I have a freezer right back there that's just completely slapped full of meat. Like you go find the stuff that's on sale, get load up, and that's what I think. I think between what I buy, meat and other stuff, and what Stephanie buys on just like regular grocery shopping stuff, I think we spend maybe $500-600 a month on groceries total.
Yeah, right. And I mean, if you buy it in bulk too, like you get better prices. Like buying junk food, it seems cheap because it's like, yeah, this is only like $3 and that's only $4. But like, what does it actually get you? You end up eating a lot more of it because there's no fucking healthy calories in it or anything. If they were to buy like a whole fucking, like a whole hunk of fucking beef or something and butchering it themselves instead of buying, a bunch of junk, it would go a long way. It's a bigger upfront cost, I guess. But I mean, that's probably why they're fucking poor to begin with, because they don't really understand these concepts. So
Yeah.
But I don't have a problem. I know we'll get into it on Friday, but like, I don't have a problem with the government telling you what you can and cannot buy with the money that they're supplying you with the program. That's the way everything works. If you're going to put your hand out, it comes with stipulations. So yeah, we can make fun of those people on Friday. Stop being poor. Stop being fat. What else? Stop being gay. There you go. And until Friday, you guys know what to do. Just keep on peddling that so-called fiction. Peace.